The summer heat pressed down like an unspoken accusation as Emily Hayes pulled into the winding driveway of her parents' colonial-style home in suburban Chicago. At 34, she was a successful environmental lawyer, leading a high-profile case against a polluting corporation. But today, her hands trembled slightly on the wheel. In the passenger seat sat a covered dish, Grandma Louise's secret cornbread recipe, passed to her in hushed tones during a rainy afternoon 5 years back. "You're the keeper of traditions," Emily, the old woman, had said, her voice frail but fierce. "Don't let them forget." Emily glanced at her reflection, composed, professional, yet bracing for the storm. The air smelled of grilled burgers and freedom, red, white, and blue streamers fluttering from the porch like fragile promises. The Hayes family 4th of July barbecue. A 28-year ritual of polished smiles and buried resentments. Laughter echoed from the backyard. Her brother Marcus's booming voice cutting through, met by their father's approving rumble. "This year, I'll hold my ground," Emily murmured to herself, echoing her therapist's words from Tuesday's session. Dr. Ramirez had reminded her, "Your value isn't a vote they cast." Easy advice from behind a desk. She grabbed the dish and her tote bag heavy with thoughtful gifts, even for Marcus, who last holiday had forgotten hers while gifting Dad a custom watch and Mom a designer handbag. Stepping through the gate, the scene unfolded, a long teak table under the maple tree. Crisp white cloth. Crystal glasses sparkling. But something was off, 14 guests milling about. Only 13 chairs pulled up. "Emily, you made it." Her mother, Victoria, approached in a tailored sundress, her hug light as air, eyes scanning the dish with faint disapproval. "Grandma Louise's cornbread? How nostalgic." "Set it over there, we're about to eat." Emily's gaze fixed on the table. "Mom, there's a chair missing." Victoria waved it off, manicured nails flashing. "We ran short on the good set. You can grab a plate and eat in the sunroom. It's quieter anyway." The words hung, sharp as a hidden blade. Conversations hushed, relatives averted eyes. Marcus sidled up, beer in hand, smirking. "Fits, doesn't it?" She's always been the odd one out. Silence blanketed the yard like fog. Uncle Harold studied his shoes. Aunt Elaine fiddled with her earrings. Her father, Robert, paused mid-grill flip, saying nothing as always. Across the table, Cousin Nora twisted Grandma Louise's emerald necklace, the heirloom promised to Emily, its green stones winking mockingly. The dish clattered softly as Emily set it down. Decades of slights flooded back, missed soccer games while they cheered Marcus's football triumphs. The college graduation where her summa cum laude was eclipsed by Nora's engagement announcement. Birthdays forgotten amid Marcus's big deals. A deep fracture cracked open inside her, pressure building from years of swallowed pain. She straightened, voice steady. "Before we eat, Marcus, I have something for you." From her tote, she pulled an envelope, walking to a spot at the table's head. Eyes tracked her, tension coiled like a spring. Marcus chuckled, but unease flickered. "What's this? Another of your eco-rants?" "Open it," Emily said, her pulse thundering but her tone calm. The yard stilled. Even the birds seemed to hold their breath. Marcus tore the seal with mock drama, his grin fading as he scanned the pages. "What is this crap?" His hand shook. "Page 1, your email to my firm's partners last fall. Calling me emotionally unstable and unfit for high-stakes litigation." She pointed, voice rising just a notch. "Funny, since we won that case. And it made national headlines." Victoria gasped, hand to her pearls. "Emily, this isn't the time." Page 2, Emily pressed on, ignoring her. A recording transcript of your call to Grandma Louise's lawyer, claiming she wanted the emerald necklace for Nora on her deathbed. Nora's fingers froze on the chain. Eyes wide. Page 3. The Real Will. Highlighting it was for me to my granddaughter Emily Louise Hayes, who shares my fight for justice. Marcus's face drained of color. Papers fluttering. This is insane. She's always been the jealous one. Robert picked up a sheet. His grillmaster stance crumbling. Face ashen. Page 4 should interest you. Dad, Emily said softly. Pain lacing her words. Bank records, $15,000 withdrawn from Grandma's account a week before she passed, by Marcus. Added as cosigner for emergency funds. Marcus stammered. She needed it for meds, her insurance covered everything, the hospice confirmed. Nora stared. Betrayal dawning. Sabrina, Emily's sister, finally looked up from her wine. Shock etching her features. Remember Thanksgiving 2020? Marcus deflected. Voice pitching higher. When she stormed out over nothing. She's toxic. I left because of the migraine you triggered by mocking my career again. And none of you checked on me. Aunt Elaine whispered to Uncle Harold. I always suspected. Marcus rounded on Victoria. Mom. Shut this down. But Victoria's facade cracked. Lips trembling. Emily watched her brother unravel. The bully exposed. Allies wavering. If this keeps up. I'm out, he barked. Standing. And I'm done chasing shadows, Emily replied. Power surging through her veins. While you've smeared me as a failure, I've built a career saving communities from corporate greed. My work's in the New York Times next week. I'm finished begging for a seat at a table that never had room for me. Nora unclasped the necklace, placing it down with a quiet clink that shattered the hush. Your spot's in the sunroom now, Emily told Marcus. A bitter edge creeping in. She turned, walking away without chaos, leaving the weight of invisibility behind. Flags waved mockingly as she drove off. The first taste of liberation bittersweet. Behind her, murmurs erupted, Sabrina's hesitant, did you really do that, and Robert's defeated exhale. Complicity crumbling. The engine hummed as Emily checked into the Willow Lake Lodge an hour later. The Victorian Inn's porch lights winking like distant stars. Her knuckles ached from gripping the wheel. But a strange peace settled. The clerk, an elderly man with a kind mustache, handed her a key. Lakeview room. Ma'am. Fireworks at dusk, best view from the deck. Pies complimentary. Alone in the room with its plaid curtains and view of rippling water. Silence enveloped her, no jabs. No exclusions. Her phone lit up, 8 missed calls from Victoria. 4 from Sabrina. 2 from Robert. A text from Nora, I'm sorry. None from Marcus. She powered it down, breathing freely for the first time in years. In the mirror, her reflection held steady, no tears. Just resolve. You stood up, she whispered. Memories replayed, Marcus's smirk dissolving into panic as evidence mounted, client sabotage emails, fabricated stories to relatives, the withdrawn funds, the will's clear bequest to Emily. My fighter. Nora's instinctive cover of the necklace stung deepest. An hour passed, a knock. Who is it? Sabrina. Emily opened to her sister. Eyes red-rimmed. Clutching a scarf. Can we talk? Sabrina sat rigidly. Lake reflections dancing on the walls. Mom's a mess, Dad's silent. Staring at those papers. Marcus stormed off. Scratched Uncle Harold's truck. Emily gazed out. Boats gathering for fireworks. Why come now? Sabrina's voice broke. I never saw it, how he pitted us. Remember the broken lamp when we were kids? He blamed you, I said nothing. Tears fell. It was easier to follow. Emily's phone buzzed, Robert calling. She ignored it. A text from Nora left the necklace at the desk. Fireworks boomed, coloring the room crimson. Sabrina flinched. He controlled everything. Do you recall telling Mom I stole her earrings? It was him. Blue light followed, illuminating regret. Emily watched explosions reflect on water, freedom's weight heavy. Isolating, yet pure. What next? Sabrina asked. I rebuild alone if needed. But seeds of change stirred. 3 weeks later, the Chicago River gleamed below Emily's corner office in the Loop, a steady flow mirroring her newfound clarity. Emily, her paralegal, Mia, poked in. The Times piece on your pollution case is live. They want a quote. Also, a Mr. Kensington here says he's scouting firms but heard family rumors. Marcus's poison spreading. Send him in. No quake in her voice now. The silver-haired man entered, eyeing her awards. MS. Hayes. Bluntly, your brother mentioned instability concerns. Emily slid a dossier across. Clippings. Client praises. This case saved a community's water supply. My record stands. If it's business, schedule it. If gossip, I have court in 20. He smiled. No project, I'm Harold Kensington. Your uncle. Elaine sent me to check if you're as tough as she says. You are. He left an invite. Lunch when ready. Later. By the window. Emily texted Sabrina. Brunch Sunday? Us only. The river flowed on constant. Renewed. At the cafe. Sabrina arrived disheveled. Honest. Therapy started. Dr. Lee says I've echoed Marcus forever. Apologies spilled. For blindness. For the slights. Why believe now? House of Cards collapsed. Mom denies. Marcus dodges debts. Nora showed me the will. Emily touched her bare neck, necklace boxed. Sacred. Monthly brunches, she offered. Relief bloomed. Autumn leaves swirled outside. Emily's life. Her design. 5 months on. Emily's loft glowed with mismatched ornaments on the tree, souvenirs from cases 1. Not family mandates. Walls in deep indigo. Grandma Louise's oak desk by the window. The emerald necklace. Resized. Sparkled on her hand. Sabrina and Nora were en route for her alternative Christmas Eve. Doorbell, too soon. Peephole, Victoria and Marcus. Dressed impeccably. Phone rang, Robert. They're coming. I tried stopping them. I've got it. She opened. Blocking entry. Unexpected. Victoria, Christmas without you? Absurd. Marcus loomed. We're family. Family calls first. Victoria pressed. We've supported you. End this nonsense. Emily, you've diminished me. Marcus snarled. Dad's health suffers from your ego. Robert's voice boomed. Don't weaponize me. Snow-dusted. He stood firm. I'm done pretending. Marcus, always thought yourself superior. Pity stirred in Emily. No, I thought less. Thanks to you. Terms laid. Therapy. Boundaries. Truth. Victoria balked. Marcus dragged her away. Robert stayed. Coffee. Sabrina and Nora arrived soon. The loft filling with tentative warmth. The necklace gleamed, finally hers. Another July dawned. Sun warming Emily's new brownstone patio in Lincoln Park. Daisies bloomed. Her partner, Alex, helped with chairs. Ice good. A year since the envelope. Reconstruction complete. Doorbell. Robert with his new partner. Elena, smiles genuine. Sabrina and Nora followed, bearing Grandma's cobbler. Colleagues. Friends gathered, absences noted but light. Robert toasted, to chosen families. To growth. Fireworks burst. Alex handed a sparkler. Last year. Alone by the lake. Ending one chapter. Starting mine. Later. At the desk. Journal open. Freedom's price. Lonely paths. clearer views. The necklace rested in its box. Some victories shine brightest in memory. Outside. Final sparks faded. Emily saw herself whole. Unapologetic.